Hey, welcome to SquareMax Customs. This week we're back on Rustella, the 1957 Chevy 210 wagon. And what we're going to do this week is, well, we're going to try to get this firewall all cleaned up and painted, or at least primed. We'll probably throw some paint on it just to splash the engine bay, if you know what I mean. And we got to do the same thing to the frame. Finish scraping it down, and throw some paint on her so she don't rust back up and she looks 100 times better. We also need to replace some stuff because I don't know if you can see them bushings, but well, they're not very good. And these ones down here aren't much better. So what I did is I went and ordered some A-arms, and they came with all the bushings already put in along with ball joints and everything else. I also got us new shocks and coil springs. So with all that being said, let's get this thing disassembled. Did I put a brand new tire on this? Did any of you remember? There ain't no way I went and bought a brand new tire. I must have took it off of something else when this one blew. I don't know. She still got the nipples on her though. What do you think? They sound good? They're fine, the brakes? That just means that they're working, right? Right. These spike things are freaking cool, but they get in the way of the lug nuts. I'm always afraid to tap them, man. They've been on here so long, you're gonna break one of the little freaking fins off. Well, I take it off and show you, but I don't want to unscrew it and screw the threads up. But they're so freaking cool compared to just the regular cap. But yeah, they screw on and off. Either way. Look at it, we got a tire off. Look at them racing freaking drums. Woo, they're green. Hey, quick question. What does your white walls say? What? SquareMax Customs? Dang, where'd I get a set of them? What is this spring for? Is that normal? What is that? Why is there a spring on the drum? My Tri-5 and 57 people and whatever else they're on, what's the spring for? I ain't never seen something like that before. Well, get to learn something new every day. These are dangerous, extremely dangerous. I have old school compressors, but they're like a foot long and they got clamps on them. And what I'm trying to tell you is there's no way that they're gonna work for this situation. So maybe I'll just cut them because we got new ones. Sometimes we'll take the shock out. I've used a piece of threaded rod before and gone right down through the hole. Sometimes that works. Usually when you're putting the new ones in, if you don't have a thick enough piece of threaded rod, it gets dangerous and the threads strip. But we're gonna figure something out one way or another. Check out what I discovered. I'm not sure how the camera's gonna pick it up, but this drum's green and it's also been painted red, and it's also been painted black. And well, that spot's not showing up real good. That looks white, but when you chip off a fresher piece of it, it sort of looks yellow. So I think this drum's been in a few races is what I'm trying to say, and they couldn't decide exactly what color they wanted. So I've thought of a few ways to get these coil springs out, and I got threaded rod, like I said, but I only got 3/8 threaded rod. And I'll tell you a little story quick. I was removing the coils on my coil springs on my 68 Firebird at the time, and I was using a 3/8 piece of threaded rod. Well, everything was going good, and I was about just like this stage, although that's a unibody frame, so it's like a whole front engine cradle. But either way, this section was all the same, and well, I saw my life flash before my eyes when that piece of 3/8 threaded rod didn't have enough in it to hold all the pressure from one of them, and it decided to just disintegrate all the threads. So I'm leaning against that, and I think what I'm going to do here is just cut these coil springs because I don't need them. I'd like to have them laying around because, like, think about when we did the Lincoln. I could have jammed them in the back and gave ourselves some extra coil instead of giving it more of a stiff suspension. You just never know what you might need a project for. But in this case, I'm just going to cut them. Look at, where did I put the brand new one? Nice. Well, yeah, it's compressed a good bit. So instead of taking the chance of me not being able to make you guys any more content, I'm going to get the Sawzall out, hopefully. If not, the death wheel. The death wheel's better, but if that thing pinches my death wheel, it's going to blow the freaking wheel into pieces. Oh, Sawzall blade it is. Oh, yeah, tire rods are unhooked. I'm trying to decide how far I want to take the brake lines off. So here's the thing. I don't want to spend a bunch of money, okay? Yes, a disc brake conversion would be nice, okay? But I'm not going to be, this ain't a speed car. She's just going to be a family driver. Go drive to a car show or to get ice cream or to get groceries, or maybe I found something on Craigslist we got to go buy. I'm not looking to drive at 100 miles an hour or nothing like that. If I want to drive something fast, I'd like to drive my truck. With that being said, I don't need to waste a bunch of money on a disc brake conversion, but if for some reason I needed to buy drums and all the brakes on the inside, it's like $200-ish. For a disc brake conversion, it's like 350 bucks. So maybe, I don't know. I know I just said all that for no reason because maybe it'll get a disc brake conversion. But this car, the brakes work now. It stops fine, perfectly freaking fine. Yes, there's probably some rust dust inside the drums, and they might need a spring or two. We haven't pulled them off, and we'll pull them off and check them when the time comes. And if we'll make that decision then. This, I hear you all. I do. I plan to upgrade it to a double. At least I plan to do that, okay? Although, you know, they worked fine for freaking ever. Our 63 C10 has a single pop on it, and it's perfectly fine. Now you guys got me looking for a piece of wood. What the heck? Yep, the 63 is fine. Okay, that's enough of me rambling. Let's get back to work and cut these springs. Look at this stuff still coming out this frame. Freaking creepy stuff. Bugs. Okay, either way, look at it. I told you this was dangerous, right? So you see, I cut it, it popped. That's still got a dumb amount of pressure on it. So be careful, play it safe. And what else did I tell you? Oh yeah, I was wrong. Sorry for all the fan noise. I don't feel like shutting it down to talk for 30 seconds. The Sawzall wasn't gonna cut the coil springs. It's like really hardened steel and destroyed a brand new blade in like 10 seconds. So the death wheel it was, and I told you when it goes, it's gonna grab it. Can you see? It grabbed it. We got lucky. Oh, look it. I put a shield on it. I got shields. All right, let me get this one cut. Don't do what I do. Just watch. Have fun, laugh. Make sure you comment. Don't forget to comment. Don't do what I do. That's my disclaimer. All right, back to the show. So, I'm a little upset with myself. I've never put bags on something. Now, I wasn't thinking about like making this thing bounce or anything like that, but it would be cool to eventually put something on bags so when you pull up somewhere and you let it go, you go shut it off and you go and it just airs down. That's all I want to do eventually. And then when you come out after done eating dinner, whatever, done shopping, you start it up and it goes that's it. That's all I want. Well, coil spring pockets are like the perfect freaking setup to put a bag. Either way, I didn't think about it soon enough and I already bought the coil springs. So, but maybe in the future, whether it's this one or another one, we need to bag something because that would just be super cool. So, that's off, that's sweet. One side partially naked. Brake drum, boom. Yeah, they worked fine. We'll pull them apart later on in the future. We don't need to worry about that right now. We got to get this side off. This frame's still pretty greasy. Hey, if you watched the other week there, I showed you. Look, I was looking, and you can see a little bit of weld. Like it had a little bit of weld. I think they completely missed this piece. And I was looking at this side. And I think I'm going to weld this side a little. I think I'm going to weld a couple things on this frame. Just add a few welds here and there. Just a couple. And, yeah, that's your update. Did you see the pile of coil springs? Oh, man. Lots of rings, huh? I had to cut them a few times to get them out of there. Like I said, there's about 100 ways to do it. But that was the way I decided to do it. So, you know what? Before we took the spindle off, I wish I thought about it. And I wish I cut the other one to the same size as this one. And put it back in the car real quick. And put the tires on. Just to see how low the old girl would go. It would have been cool to see. But I don't feel like wasting 40 minutes to bolt everything back on and the tires on and take it off the jack stands. Don't worry, we got jack stands under the car and at SquareMaxMerch.com. And did you know we got international shipping now? Don't go check it out yet. Wait till the end of the video. But either way, SquareMaxMerch.com. We appreciate it. Back to the show. I'll tell you what, the ball joints on the other side came apart nice. I just freaking loosened the nut on the bottom of the ball joint and I gave the old spindle a good whack with the hammer and pop, pop. This side, the one came off nice, but the second one, whoo, I had to get the old pickle fork out, ball joint remover. So the ball joints, they weren't super bad on this thing. This side's got one shim on the front. That side had two big ones on the front, two littler ones on the back. This one has none on the back. So hopefully I remember to come back and look at the video. It won't matter. I got aftermarket A-arms, so it'll be completely different. We'll figure out how to realign the front end though. That won't be nothing. So, you lay down here. then I'm gonna remove this bottom ball joint and then we'll talk. Or this bottom A-arm, then we'll talk. That way I don't have to edit the freaking volume up and down 10 times. My battery's dying. We got it though. Well, no, we didn't. The other side, 2 of these bolts spun on this side. Sorry, drill, I didn't mean it. The other side, all 4 of them were locked freaking tight. This thing won't come off. Dang. Need a battery. Well, the thing was freaking rusted on there even after I took the nuts off. But hey, that didn't stop us, huh? We got her. Look at them bushings. They're not fun to press in. I had done it before. And let me tell you, I wasn't looking forward to it, and that's 90% of the reason I decided to buy the new A-arms and everything. And I figured while we're in there, we might as well replace the springs because I'm sure they were extra springy, and the shocks. Okay, what's next? Dang it. The part I hate the most. Sanding and scraping and absolutely hate that part, but I think that's the next part is we got a lot of sanding and scraping to do. I want to replace them just so they're all freaking clean and I don't have to keep scraping the grease off. We got most of the grease off of this thing last week when we did the can of oven cleaner, but I only had like 3/4 of a can of oven cleaner, so it got like 1 good dose in and then some soap from the pressure washer. Alright, I guess. I just don't want to spend this like 200 and something bucks for all that stuff. And for what? It's all tight. This one's got a bad boot down here, but we'll get it. We'll figure it out. Okay, decisions. Hey, real quick. I just want to say thank you. Purple Dart, I appreciate the donation. I'll put that right towards some 57 parts. And Michael, dude, that was very generous of you. Thank you also. You guys are amazing. All of you are amazing. I just appreciate everybody watching. But I do want to say thank you to the ones that go above and beyond, and I don't know what else to say. But I'll put the money right towards 57 parts or garage parts, or the money always goes towards the garage when I get a donation or anything like that. I appreciate y'all. Let's get back to work. We got to get this thing, we got to get it sanded, and I'm gonna wire wheel in here a little bit and clean it up a little bit more. Don't you think that's crazy how we've already somewhat sanded, degreased, and pressure washed this thing? And well, it just keeps coming. It just keeps falling out. I don't know where it keeps coming from, but it just what I'm trying to tell you is it's never ending. Every time I hit it, some more falls off. Even under there. Look, there's a pile over there. Can you see it? I'll bring you over. It's a little pile, but what I'm trying to tell you is there's just rust. It's got rust. We'll get it though. Eventually we'll be able to take and tap a hammer or smack a hammer on something on this and no more rust will fall. It'll stop being a rust shaker. Rust shaker. That would make a neat shirt if we could come up with a graphic for it. All right, enough of me rambling. I got to get back to work because we got a lot of work to do. And I want to see what these A-arms look like on here. It'd be cool to get it back down on the ground. We gotta weld that spot up on the frame. I almost forgot about it. That would be sort of pointless if we painted it before we welded it. I gotta change the battery in my helmet. Listen, have you ever had to take one of these big freaking batteries out of the package? Oh my God, are they complicated. I must have fought with the package for like 5 minutes. It was crazy. I thought these things were self-charging. Like I thought they just recharged in the sunlight. I don't know, this thing's been flashing red lights at me and my auto darkening hasn't been working very well. So we got a new battery, so hopefully I won't go blind now. I like using, listen, I really like the Arc Captain welder for welding the body panels and stuff. But I really like this little cheap Harbor Freight welder. No, I'm not sponsored. Harbor Freight won't sponsor me. Tag them, tell them to send me some cheap tools. Because this little thing, yes, it's little, it's cheap, but it will melt the metal. Like, don't get me wrong, the Arc Captain pretty good. That thing, I mean, you could probably adjust it up there right, but it's just too much adjustments for me to want to play with. This one, it's got 2 knobs, wire speed and temperature. It works freaking phenomenal. And I like welding thicker stuff with this cheap welder. How'd I find that out? On the Lincoln. Yeah, the Lincoln tow truck. All right, that's enough. Let me get this welded. Where are we welding? Right here, because look at that freaking gap. It's not supposed to be there. Look at this side. That side's welded, sort of welded. Either way, I'm gonna weld that together real quick, and then I guess I'll freaking scrape some more. Yacht greasy. I tried to clean all the grease off, but it's there. That'll do. Smoldering. You know, sometimes you have to decide how far you want to take something. And I don't want to take it no further because I'm tired of sanding. But I took one of these Scotch-Brite pads and I just roughed up where we laid the primer on from the previous episode. I want to paint all this satin black because that's what color I like my engine bays and my frames and stuff. So that's the plan. Back when we did the Will It Run, remember how the distributor cap wouldn't sit all the way on the Dizzy, right? Well, I hit the firewall a few times with a hammer and a chisel just to try. Well, that didn't work. And while we got all this extra room, I figured, you know, maybe we'll smash this in. I don't have to because we fixed that already by buying a mini HEI distributor. But just in case I'm ever out on the road, you can get the big ones a lot easier at the parts store than you can get the little mini ones. So we're just gonna massage it a little bit now before we lay paint on it. And I'm gonna do that with a hammer and a dolly and brute force. So cover your ears. Think about all the rust that's falling off on the inside of this thing right now. Look at it, smoothed a lot of our hammer marks out, so that's cool. I'm gonna call that good enough. Let's paint it. Well, that looks freaking awesome. Is it perfect? Nope. Am I perfect? Not at all. Is the car ever gonna be perfect? Nope. What did Daddy leave you in here? What did he do? Come on, Rai. I'm sorry. I'll let you go find him. Where'd he go? That dog loves Turd Buster. Look at this thing. It came out fabulous. Okay, so I guess I didn't have to paint all of this satin black because that'll probably be the color of the car. No, I don't think the car is going satin black. But I was right here and I wanted to get some paint on it and make sure it's at least covered up. Plus, once you put the fenders in the hood, you don't see any of that anyways. It's more of a under the hood thing. So, with that being said, this should dull out as it fully dries. It takes freaking forever to dry, but I love them Rust-Oleum cans with the 5-way nozzles. They're super easy to spray. Plus, they got a 5-way nozzle and the one tip just sprays a big pattern like this. Like, that's so much better than a little circle like this. It's got the circle one, so don't worry for the ones that like that too. It's got 5 different options is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not sponsored by them either, but boy, it would be awesome if they send boxes of spray paint because I go through that stuff a lot. Okay, I know you guys are tired of me rambling and I didn't feel like it, but I need to scrape these and clean them, and I'm only going to do the backside because, well, I can't really get to the backside after it's together. I'll get the other side later because, well, we got to check the brakes, but we're not there. We're not going to play with the brakes on this episode. So with that being said, we will get back into the brakes later, and then if we don't change the drums or whatever, we can clean them up then. But for now, I'm over scraping and sanding and degreasing stuff this week, so I'm only going to do the backside. That way, hopefully I can get some paint on them, and by tomorrow morning everything will be dry and we can put some new parts on. Oh, that'd be so cool, and we can try to get the tires back on. So I'm also not replacing all of that right now. I don't feel like wasting the 200 and some odd bucks, but I want you all to remember everything I am replacing are the hard to get parts once the front end's back on. That's easy to get off after everything else is back on. I can climb right under and we can jack it up quick and pull it off. So with that being said, don't worry about it. Just like the brakes, that's fine. We can pull them off later. That's easier. But after everything's back on here, it's not as easy to pull the A-arms. Although, if we had to wait in the car, it would be way easier to compress and decompress the coil springs. So I guess you gotta weigh your options. I don't know, you pick your flavor. This was my flavor this time because this is just, it's just what we're doing. Okay, I'm sorry, for real, that's enough of me this time. Loki bum. Oh, he's a handsome beast. Daddy, it's time to go for a walk. Soon, buddy, soon. Let me get a coat of paint on this and I'll take you for a walk. Oh, I'm out here in my paint booth. Look, you can really tell how many layers this thing has. So that was black twice, and it was red and yellow and black and then green, and well, it's been every color of the rainbow is what I'm trying to tell y'all. But they're not perfect. I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I couldn't help myself. And the dust caps, there was like 3 layers of paint on that, but a wire wheel took them off, so they'll look a little bling blingy on there. Tape, because it was just easy to cover my threads up. Are they perfect? No, they could have really been sanded for hours, but I'm assuming if they have 5 layers of paint, they're probably from 1957. Are we going to replace them? I don't know. Let's worry about that later on down the road. Like I said, those are easy to take off when the car is done. Not a big deal. It's not like we're gonna, you know, screw up the paint trying to change our brake pads after the car's all painted. So with that being said, this is what I keep telling you I like. Look, Rust-Oleum stops rust. Yes, 5 different spray patterns. Sweet. Somebody tag them. All of you tag them. Tell Rust-Oleum send me boxes of paint. I sure brag about their product enough. And for the ones that say that I should probably prime it and all that other stuff first, yes, you're probably right. I probably should do that. Am I gonna do that? No. I did the frame on Maxine like 3-4 years ago now, and well, it still looks freaking fabulous. Perfect. Okay, back to work. Good morning and happy 420. It's April 20th. I hope you all enjoy. This is my last day to get some stuff done on this, and I gotta get this video edited because, well, I gotta do grown-up things and, you know, do stuff that pays the bills. So with that being said, it's Monday morning and we're back out to the shop working on the 1957 Chevy 210 that we like to call Rustella. And no, I'm not changing her name. Her name is Rustella. It's gonna stay Rustella, just like Cinderella. Cinderella didn't get a new name when they went bippity boppity boom and made her ready for the ball, did she? No. Okay, so Rustella it is. Now that we're all on the same page, check this out. Well, first look at these. They look good from a distance. Don't get too close though, because there's about 18 layers of paint on there. Look at that dust cap. How did that clean up so good? I don't know either. Either way, check this out. Look, parts. And I don't have to paint them or sand them. How cool is that? I know. They look freaking fancy, don't they? Well, they're not. They're cheap, and to be honest with you, the ball joints are probably going to blow out before those ones would have. But they're pretty and shiny and round, and, well, they were like $300 for everything. Well, I think it was like $248 after shipping. Like, it wasn't even 300 bucks. Oh, leaf spring, coil spring. My bad. It's not a leaf spring. Leaf spring's like a big smiley face. The coil springs were, I forgot, I think they were $80. It was the cheapest ones I could find. And $248. Either way, what I'm trying to tell you is I bought all the A-arms and the coil springs and shocks for like right about 400 bucks. So let's get that stuff on there. Wow, it looks so much better. Looks so much better. Like, once you start laying the paint on, it makes you want to go to the next level. But we're not. It's fine. This looks freaking fabulous compared to what it was, right? Right. Sticker wall. Let's just gander at it real quick. That thing's getting huge. I still need to return the water pump. How many days do you have to return parts before the warranty or the... is there a certain time frame that you can only return them? I don't know. Hopefully not. If not, we'll put it on the shelf because it's a Chevy water pump and I'm a Chevy guy and I'm going to use it eventually anyways. Can you guys tell? I just don't feel like doing it this morning. I really just wanted to sit and edit the video. Okay. Let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, break! These freaking things weigh about twice as much as the OG ones. So if you're trying to do racing performance, you know, lightweight, I don't know if I'd recommend them. Awfully freaking heavy. Check it out though. I got nervous when we took this all apart and the bump stops were rotted out. I just didn't think to order bump stops. And I was like, oh, I'm probably never going to get that under the A-arm again after we put it together. They come with them. They already got them. So that's a bonus. So gotta look at the plus side sometimes. Oh man, everything's so stiff. It's facing right upward. All right, let me get a pipe because I need to turn this bar a little bit because I can't get it like that. What kind of speed wrench? I used to watch Pud religiously. I probably haven't watched Pud in 6 months to a year. Nothing against Pud. I ain't got the time to watch as much YouTube now that I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, baby. The funnest part is putting all your new parts on without scratching nothing. Oh, that looks good on there, no? Think we should paint them satin black or? No, the gloss will look good. Look at this little freaking thing. It comes off the bottom. Why? I don't know. I don't ask questions. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, it's so nice putting stuff together and not getting all greasy. Nice! How we get that coil spring in there? I don't have a coil spring tool. And I got 3/8 threaded rod, but I think I already mentioned it. I had a life or death experience using 3/8 threaded rod before doing coil springs. So, if I decide to use that, don't do what I do. Just watch, laugh, have fun, comment, like, and share. All right, let's figure this out. This don't look like the right one. I mean, I guess. It just seems like it's shooting it way too far back. I'm not gonna put no shims in here right now. This is how you align your toe in and your toe out on your tire, is you shim this thing in and out. And for now, I'm not gonna put none on it. Why? Because, well, we don't have tires on it, so I can't do a backyard alignment. That's why. What's a backyard alignment? Well, go watch one of my square body videos and I show you exactly how to line your truck with the tape measure. Yeah? You can't do that? What do you mean? I've been driving my truck for 3 years with a backyard alignment. Maxine's never been to a shop. Never, ever been to a shop for alignment, for anything. I don't really believe in other shops. I don't trust them. Well, that looks freaking fabulous. I hope this thing's gonna have to be shimmed all the way in because that's not looking good. Seems awfully close. Oh well, they look sexy, that's all that matters. Bump stops off like a whole freaking inch. So I got the wrong one on the wrong side? No, because if you put it on the other side, it'd be way up here. That's what you get for buying cheap parts. Probably. Is that how they are factory? They don't even line up? I should have took some pictures when we took it apart. We gotta go back and watch a video. That don't seem right. I would think the ball joints should be in line. Okay, well, we're probably overthinking it, so let's not overthink it, and we'll finish putting it together, and we'll find out if we run into an issue then. Oh, well, before I'm gonna try the other A-arm on here. This one looks like it matches, but it'll only take a second to see if this one will line up better. I don't care, for cheap parts, they look good. No way. Come around this side so they can see, babe. So I'm gonna say we had the right one on the first time because there's no way that lines up. Why is it sliding on? So it's the wrong side. So this one has to go on here. Okay. We'll just have to find out when we put the spindle on. So, when one don't have a spring compressor, one simply scrounges around till he finds enough stuff to make a spring compressor. And I was gonna use this, but these bolts are, they're fatter. So that means they're safer. And I was gonna use this, right? And then that could go up through the bottom of it and we'd put a little plate on it. But if I use a double bolt, I can tighten it from the bottom or the top. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this all up and I'm gonna melt these two things together. And then look, we got a plate for the bottom. Well, we're gonna double the plates up. That'll go on the bottom, and then I'll find a washer on the top, and then look at this. It'll come right up through this shock pocket, my bad, and we'll be able to hopefully tighten everything up. What I'm trying to decide is if I want to weld these at a little bit of an angle, just a little bit, like that much, because it's a bit of an angle. Oh, that actually hurt the fingertips. It's a little bit of an angle once the spring's in, because it's going to be down like that. It'll be straighter once we get it up, but it's still not quite a straight drop. So maybe we'll give it just a little bit of a kick and we'll melt it together. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. And well, we're going to build our own spring compressor. Check it out. We got a strut spring compressor. I guess it's not a strut compressor because you wouldn't be able to compress the strut. It goes inside the spring and it's gonna pull it all together. That's what I'm hoping. But check this out. This is quite the intense angle. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Sweetheart, can I borrow your hand? The only downfall to my spring compressor is it takes square nuts. I don't even know where this stuff came from. I did put a little bend on it, which might not be enough now. It's right here. Oh, it's almost there. Oh. Okay, can they see that? It's right there. I can't get it up all the way. I can't get it up all the way. What are you laughing at? Oh man. Okay, hold on. All right, listen. I know you're all in the comments already. Oh yeah, look, I have them. I have 2 of these pieces, but if I put that up in there and I even use just 1 of these and I compress it, it doesn't fit back out the hole. And this piece doesn't fit between the coils. So, especially after it's compressed. So I would never be able to get that piece back out. Now, I know they got another one that's got like a little C-clips on each side. And yes, there's an O'Reilly's about 9 miles away from me. But that requires me to drive there and go rent the tool. If they even rent it, they probably rent it. You know, you can rent tools at parts stores and get all your money back when you're done with it. Yeah, it's awfully nice. But I don't know why I don't want to let it defeat me, if you know what I'm trying to say. So I was thinking this car is probably going to sit way too high now that it's got new springs, because those old springs were sacked out, but we're replacing them because they were so springy. And they were old, and we were right here. So with that being said, what the issue is you see that rubber? Those don't have it factory. They just sit on the metal, which if this was the metal, it'd be fine because we could just pry it up in there and we'd just scratch the paint. Well, I can't just do that with this freaking rubber piece in here because it's trying to like pinch it, and with it pinching it with that much pressure, I just have a feeling it's just going to destroy it. And the spring's not sitting on the top up in here. So I've been thinking about this long and hard. And what I mean by that is I've been thinking about it for about 3 minutes. And I think if we just zip through there and get rid of just 1 coil, we might be able to achieve what we're trying to achieve and get this thing bolted back together. Maybe. It might not work. We might have to cut 2 coils. That's not a good idea. But look at, with this rubber bushing, the only benefit about it is that thing can go at any direction I want. So I could cut a 1/4 coil. I could cut a 1/2 coil. I don't have to cut one. Usually you want to cut one full one if you do cut it. That way your little nub sits back in its little nub holder. But like I said, on this one, this rubber bushing can go anywhere I want. So as long as the top piece is in, see how that bumps up right there? On the other side, that's where the nub sits. That way your coil spring can't just rotate in there over time. So, do you think we should just cut this? Just one, right? Just one. And then it would also bring it just that little bit lower. So we don't want it jacked up in the air. It's not a 4x4. I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking. I just wanted to bring y'all in on it. So, I was trying to figure out how to design a piece that would go in there, and I'm sure I could make it work. I would have to get another one of these because I don't think that's thick enough. But I just don't understand how you're gonna get it all back out when I'm done. Like, obviously I'm on screw. Either way, let me think about this a little more and I'll let you know what I come up with. So it was going good until I decided to tap this with a hammer, and then, well, it all sprung over that way, and that's freaking scary. What do they say? A loaded spring? Well, that's what they mean by it. And it's still gotta go in way far. Like, what the heck? Still not even close. So thought about unbolting these and put a piece of threaded rod down through there, and then this can go straight from the top to the bottom. I don't know. Just remember, when something don't work, you don't give up. You keep trying until you succeed. Don't be a loser. Just find a different way. And you know what? It wanted to argue with us, and really what it was doing is it was talking to me. What I mean by that is it said, Max, Daddy, I don't want to sit so high up in the air. So, we just simply zip, check it out. It's like she proposed to me. Now it's a big ring, but makes a nice bracelet, huh? Yeah? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get this thing up in there now. Let's put the cut end up towards the top. Should put it towards the bottom. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You worry about what you're doing. This is gonna work now. Oh, wow, look at that. We're gonna be able to use our freaking, oh man. It's gonna work now. That's the problem. They just sent me the wrong springs. They were for a different vehicle. But now, I knew that tool was gonna work. I just freaking knew it. Yep. Oh, freaking awesome. How cool is that? I'm trying to tell you. And you didn't think it was gonna work. How would you doubt me? Alright. Nice. Oh man, it's like a factory tool. So freaking nice. Make sure we got this in the right spot. So spin our stuff. This is what's cool about this one. I was telling you, we just spin this boot till it's right. I wish it wasn't red, but that's the only color I could find. It's the only color I could find. So what do you think? Yeah, that was a lot of fun. What do you mean it wasn't fun? We got it, and we made our own strut tool. You know, welding them two bolts together worked out great because when the whole freaking bolt itself started to turn, instead of just the nut, I was able to take an extra wrench and hold it in there. So that was pretty cool. Now hopefully, hold on. Hopefully I lifted this up high enough. I can compress the spring far enough. I'll tell you what, if I didn't cut that coil off, I couldn't imagine trying to get this whole thing on there. Whew, what a workout. Whoop. What are you doing? You want to come and watch? Ready? Satisfying. You freaking perverts, stop it. Just because a rod went through a hole. Ah, there we go, sweet deal. That looks so good. So, these boots they don't fit the bottom here real well. Like they snugged up here good, but there was still a gap on the, either way, it's probably fine. We'll fill it with grease. That's awesome, huh? Look, she's on there. Only one more side to go. Okay, I gotta get back to work. I'll tell you what, that went together a lot better after we realized they sent us the wrong springs. Once we realized that they sent us ones that were too long and that we just needed to trim them, it was like butter. And look, we beat the odds. We didn't have to go to the parts store and rent a tool. Oh, I did go on and see what they had. They didn't have the right one anyways. They had one that was like mine with the clamp thingies, which wasn't gonna work. As I showed you, mine weren't gonna work. And then they also had one that was, had a flat bar on the bottom that was like that big, so I'm guessing it would have had to go in here somehow. It didn't look like it was gonna work. I mean, if this didn't work, then I would have went and, whoop, can't put it on upside down, steering don't go that way. I would have went and got it, but this works just, it worked fine is what I'm trying to tell you. And we designed it. So what was it, Mac Tools? No, Max Tools. Yeah, how do you think about that? Hey, just in case, before anybody asks what brand these A-arms are, they're no brand. None, zip, there's not a single brand on them. The boxes were brown with no name, and the boxes that were inside the boxes were also brown with no name. So, I don't think your guess is as good as mine. I'm so happy we made that freaking tool. And hey, it worked really good welding the two bolts together because I was able to put the freaking wrench in here when the bolt started turning, and I was able to hold it and then keep tightening it. Oh, that was awesome. So, get these tightened down. I can do the lock, cotter keys, whatever, pins, whatever you want to call them, locked in there. And, oh, steering, we got to hook up the steering. Like I said, we'll replace that later on when the time comes. Right now's not the time. Right now's the time to get it back together and rolling. We can spend that money later. It's easy. It's underneath everything. It's not like it's up in the front or like a newer car. Everything is right there with it. Get our brake hooked back up. Look at that. That looks so freaking good. I wish it wasn't red. Like, it would have been cool if those bushings were blue like that. I really like that blue in there. Do you think being some cheap Chinese thing, all this stuff's gonna rust up? I probably should have sanded it real quick and sprayed it. Yeah, you're probably right, but it's fine. It's not like I have a garage to put this thing in when it's all done. It's gonna sit outside and the Florida weather is gonna kill it, just like it did my Maxine. My poor Maxine just sits in the sun. She's not shiny no more, and she's starting to rust up again. And she's only been together 3-4 years. Okay, enough of the sad Maxine story. I love that truck. I gotta get everything tightened up, and real quick, we gotta thank Rusty. Rusty's got a YouTube channel. He watches ours, and he sent us in a sticker. Got it up there on the wall for you. Well, the ceiling, it's now the ceiling. Well, it's going to be the whole shop until I run out of room. Because, well, you guys are all awesome and you send some sweet stickers. Don't forget about the ones on the doors. We appreciate it. Rusty, thanks for the sticker. P.O. box in the description if y'all want to send a sticker or something. I'll put it on the wall. Whether you got a YouTube channel or you just want to see your stickers on the wall. Thank you. What do you think? It's looking good, right? Look, I even found black shocks. Perfect. Oh, she's looking so good. Sometimes it's worth putting in the extra work. Come on. Woo! Almost had to spit on that. Sometimes the hole's tricky to find. Brand new shocks. Brand new front end. Oh man, this thing's gonna be so nice. So what do y'all think? It looks pretty freaking snazzy. Thank you. Oh, put all my plastic away too soon. You know, that's the only thing. I wish they sent new hardware with the A-arms. I gotta use my old bolts on the bottom here. Or the shocks. Either one of them could have sent us a little hardware. That's fine. I wire wheeled them. They'll look good. Why are you fighting me? What's up with this shock? She's coming along, huh? This car's come so far. Especially from what we started with. Can you guys even see me? Probably not. Probably have to delete this whole clip. I tell you what. These bolts down here are just fighting with me. Probably paint. That's what the problem is. It's probably the paint. What's that? Just send it home with an impact. Okay. Dang, we should have done that to begin with. That was way easier. Can you hear me? Freaking awesome! Shocks are in. We just gotta get this tire on here and we'll be able to see the visual for the week. I always hated these unilug style rims. They take a weird lug nut and the lug nut like slides inside. I mean, I don't hate them, I like them, but they can be a pain. So what do y'all think? Should probably take a quick walk around, look at it quick. He said it's not perfect, but this car's never gonna be perfect. Well, she will. She'll be a perfect daily driver for us. Night and day. So this is the part of the job that not everybody likes, including me. I hate sanding and scraping it. But man, the outcome is so worth it. Like, it looks so good. We'll adjust our cambers and our tie rods and stuff another day. That's not today. But at least it's all back together. We're about to let it down and we're all going to be able to check it out together. Such a pain, these lug nuts. Gotta lock our Krager cap. Don't worry about that socket. We'll find it again. You ready? Yeah, get down low. I'll tell you what, the shocks were shocked out. I thought we'd cut in the coil, maybe we'd have a little extra when we put everything back together, but thumbs ball under the car in the back, babe. Old Chev will go nuts without her ball. Oh yeah, that's sweet. It looks so freaking good. Does it lower? I wish we freaking measured everything before we started. Awesome. Well, either way, it looks good. It's all brand new. It should ride better. Maybe it'll ride better. Maybe it won't ride better. Well, look, we got clearance now. I mean, for $400 worth of stuff and a whole bunch of manual labor and, I don't know, $30 in rattle can spray paint, I think it looks pretty good. We're satisfied. I got to tighten down the brake lines, put a couple clips in. Hey, that's all the time we got this week. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We got a ton done and wow, what a difference. Hey, check it out. We got new shirts, new designs. Check that one out. Pretty sweet, huh? But wait, there's two. Get them in white or black, front or back logo. We appreciate all the support. SquareMaxMerch.com. We have international shipping now. Go order something. Keep the wifey busy. And hey, anybody that ordered international once you receive it, send us a comment or something. Let us know. Wife's super excited. Thank you all. And every order over 20 bucks gets a free collector's magnet. What? Collector's magnet? Well, yeah, because you can't buy them. You have to spend 20 bucks or more. We got 2 new ones coming, so just hold out for a few days. You two really special people, you and the wife will make sure you get a new magnet and not a duplicate. As always, we appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and hey, real quick, I haven't said it in probably 15 videos. If you've made it this far and you're still watching us, you've made it all the way to the end, you've listened to me blah, 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 and rant and rave and all that other good stuff, subscribe already. But only if you made it this far. If you haven't made it this far, well, then you're not here listening to me right now. Either way, love y'all, peace, rock out, see you next Thursday.